My friend, F24, has turned into a bridezilla and it's ruining our relationship. Bride and I have always gotten along. Her fiancé is amazing. Super tight-knit group between her and her spouse and my spouse and I. The wedding is this weekend and I can't wait for it to be over. I'm sick of it. She's stressed to the max, as a typical bride may find herself. And my fiancé and I have been helping out wherever we can. They leave for the honeymoon right after the wedding and needed someone to watch their dog. I love the dog, but she's horribly trained, ill-tempered toward other animals and dogs. Doesn't listen. The bride wants me to take the dog to my house, where I live on a farm and land shared by 3 other families, all with animals. I've seen this dog go from nice and happy to ripping out fur off of other dogs. Poor thing needs lots of training and just isn't getting it. Anywho, the conversation goes as follows. Bride: hey, so you'll take the dog when we leave? Me: I have no issue watching the dog at your house, but I really don't feel comfortable with her coming to stay with me for 9 days. I have animals on the property, and a cat that lives inside. B: the dog will be fine. Walks off. The conversation ended here. Unfortunately, days pass and I get exciting news. My brother and I have been searching for months to find the perfect kitten for my mom. We found a kitten that is basically the reincarnation of my mom's childhood cat. It's weird. So him and I apply for the kitten and boom, she's ours. I will be keeping her at my house until Christmas. I want to make a little safety room for the cat as she is shy. So I text the bride for help. Me: hey, my brother and I ended up getting that kitten. I was wondering if I would be able to borrow your puppy pen? No worries if I can't. Bride: wait, what? No. You said you'd take the dog. Now you're getting a kitten? Why do you lie and say you'll take the dog? Me: I didn't lie. I said I wasn't comfortable with her coming to my house. To which you told me no, it's fine, and disregarded my concerns. I have no issue coming to your house and working from there. I work from home. She exploded, saying how I was backing out and not trustworthy and that she was stressed out. I acknowledged that she was stressed and I would do anything to help. But I would not be going out of my comfort zone to watch an aggressive dog on my animal-filled property. She reminds me that she's stressed about her cat dying and that I don't know what stress actually is. My grandpa passed away the day before we left for the bachelorette party. I was devastated, but I went anyway since I already paid for my ticket and hotel room. And my grandma is in the process of dying. The bride's comment hit a sore spot with me. I let her know that her comment was rude because she knew what I was going through and grieving over, and that perhaps the convo should end here before anything else is said. Nope. She continues with saying how I'm backing out. I'm not any help. Why would I lie? She wasn't hearing me or what I was saying. So I dropped it for the night. Bride then goes after my fiancé saying WTF is her problem. Fiancé supported me, bless his heart, saying that I'm grieving and her comments were rude and disrespectful. We knew she was stressed, but coming after me wasn't how this conversation was gonna go. My fiancé is a no BS guy and was polite at first. But the bridal meltdown continued. She said my grandpa's death wasn't important and had nothing to do with the current situation. Fiancé stopped the convo there as she was just digging her hole even deeper. None of us have spoken since. Wedding is this Friday and I'm just gonna push through it like nothing happened and help where it's needed. Don't know what's happening to the dog. I don't even know where to go from here in our relationship. She doesn't want to hear me and invalidates my feelings and concerns. I get that she's stressed, but damn, I ain't your stress punching bag. I have my own shit I'm dealing with. How do I even traverse this? So the problem isn't that your friend is a bridezilla. The problem is that your friend is a selfish asshole and you didn't notice it. Or chose not to notice it. Until the wedding made it too obvious to ignore. Let her find someone else to take the dog, or the dog needs to go to boarding. Selfish pet owners that don't train their animals get this exact scenario. No one wants to be around their pet. You offered her an alternate solution. No idea why she wouldn't accept you taking care of the dog at her place. Girl. Do not go to this wedding. The comment about your grandfather would have sent me over the edge. It's good you have a supportive partner that has your back. I think all that can be said has been said at this point. I would honor the commitment of being there on her big day. But depending how things go, leave early if you need to. How she handles things after she's back from her honeymoon will probably determine if you guys stay friends. Your 20s are a normal time to discover who your real friends are. I would not be reaching out to her, period. I think it's time she find a new bridesmaid unless she can pull her head out of her ass. Your friend is a word I can't use here. Weddings are no excuse for this kind of behavior. She's just revealing what a nasty, self-centered, immature person she is and how she thinks she's queen bee and you are the peon. You're seeing the real her. Sorry to inform. She's choosing to act like you are a servant and she is the only person who has feelings or matters. Your granddad's death wasn't important to her. Clearly she doesn't give two fucks about you and never did. I'd excise her from my life for that comment alone. Tell her to stick her wedding and her ill-behaved, aggressive dog. They do say pets become like their owners. Up her ass and send condolences to whichever man is truly idiotic enough to marry a woman who acts like this. She'll be treating him like that soon enough. I'd go to the wedding and then check back in after the honeymoon is over to see if she's willing to own up to how horrible she was being. If she doubles down and is fine with her saying your grandfather's death doesn't matter, then she's not a good friend to you and I'd start distancing. There's only so much you can accept under the excuse of wedding stress. I wouldn't go to the wedding. She's ungrateful, rude, inconsiderate, has zero empathy or sympathy. I could go on. She is not a friend if she treated you the way she did after your grandpa passed away. She is self-centered and egotistical. Why let her win? Put your foot down and stand your ground. Don't go. Perhaps that will shake her into realizing how she has treated you, and perhaps it won't. How will you feel if you give in? Attend the wedding and she's worse. I wouldn't want that kind of toxicity in my life. Who needs that? I was in a similar situation this year with a now ex-friend of mine. I'm 24F and she's a freshly. Lots of drinking. Partying. 21F. I've been married for 4 years and she originally asked me to be her maid of honor. I accepted. On terms that she knew husband and I were on fertility drugs and there was a huge likelihood that I'd be pregnant in her wedding. Lo and behold, I get pregnant. Am thrilled to tell her. Only for her to blow up in my face while we're all at work. Telling me how selfish I am. Blah blah blah. Now don't get me wrong, we were definitely close friends. But had known each other for less than a year. She has a very bratty personality and wanted to have a huge bachelorette party. Go clubbing. Hook up with strangers. I politely declined because 1. That's not my cup of tea. And 2. My pregnancy. Why would I want to go to a bar club while pregnant? Anyway, I'm rambling. This woman is not my friend anymore and I didn't even attend her wedding. 3/4 other bridesmaids ended up backing out 1 to 2 weeks before her wedding, so she was left in shambles. So close to her big day. She realized she was a bitch. acknowledged it, and still didn't apologize to any of us. Your bride friend is a huge asshole and doesn't deserve you as a friend. FYI. She's gonna show up on your doorstep with her dog or get one of her family members to do it. I would have a serious conversation with her soon-to-be husband and be very blunt. You don't get to be walked over just because someone's getting married. You can only bend so much. You've broke, and once the wedding is over, it's up to you if you want to mend. The worst part, apart from your grandfather dying, I'm so sorry, is that I reckon she is still expecting you to have the dog. I don't care what your responsibilities are at this wedding. No way would I attend after comment about my grandparents like that. No way. Her fiancé is not mentioned in this at all. Don't go. She will pretend it is all good for the day and then be upset you don't rug sweep it all as well. You gain nothing by going and playing nice. I would have just smiled and nodded, because when she's gone she won't know if you watched the dog at your place or hers. Here a great quote for you. Ignorance is bliss. I don't know about you, but I'd rather shove a razor blade encrusted watermelon up my rear end than go to that wedding. This relationship is extinct. It doesn't seem like there's any recovering from what's been said and done. Why spend any energy faking it to make someone else feel better?
Fuck that, I wouldn't be going to her wedding.
Don't go to the wedding. Just cut her out. She doesn't know what a friendship is. Do yourself and the bride a favor. Do not go to that wedding. Don't smile in the photos. Good luck, lovely. First off, love, let me start by saying that I'm sorry for everything that you have to deal with right now. Your grandpa's passing is very important. You are being a friend even in your time of desperation and despair. So please don't beat yourself up thinking that you are a bad friend. As for the bride, understandably she is under a lot of stress getting married in less than a week and everything. But at the same time, having compassion for people who are in your corner only takes a second. You have showed that you will go above and beyond for her even when you really don't feel like it. But the fact that she doesn't want to hear anything that you had to say and is completely disrespecting what you have to say is a big hell no. You, my dear, have a heart of gold because you are still willing to help her after she has talked shit about things in your life that has happened while you have been trying to help her. I would have dropped the wedding and told her to kiss my ass. Keep your head up and don't let it bother you, and focus on you and your family. You know what you need to do to make sure that you and yours family are safe, and the fact that she thinks you lied because she feels like you got a cat that you told her about. Yeah, just take care of yourself and your family, love. I hope everything goes well after this weekend, heart. You offered to stay at her house to watch her dog. It just doesn't get any better than this. She's in awe.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.